Okay, so you're saying Brazil and India.
Yeah.
My new job is to run those 2 branches.
If you want to.
And what about the other 2?
I think Bree wants to oversee green, so you could do purple.
Bree wants to?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, that's fine. I mean, I already told her that if she wanted to run with ball there,
Yo, the crispy with the 2 months.
she absolutely can.
But you two can also work together on that one. The only reason she got offered that role is because literally when we spoke to her,
Offered.
she
Did
was
she
like
accept it?
very, very passionate about staying in touch with green and waking up there a lot as well as here.
Well,
so
yeah,
it made
absolutely.
sense.
Well, because there's a whole environment in every single one of those cities, which is why.
Yeah, I'm well aware. But yeah, she's offered that job, and I think she'll do a good job. So if you want to work together on that, there's no reason why you can't.
She's got like a lot of different things going on there. Like, this isn't her like main thing. She owns her own company out there and stuff like that. So as far as like a full oversight role, she's not even the person who's like the.
You don't need to tell me why she doesn't deserve the role. That's the role she's got, and that's what's going to be moving forward.
No, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying, from her words, she's busy. There's also a person above her that already runs that.
Which is calm. All of that still is fine. That's what she's going to be doing for us. She's going to be helping with green.
Okay. I'm allowed to ask some of these questions, man, without you.
No, yeah, I'm not saying you're not allowed to, but it's obviously looking like when I'm saying this, you know, you're saying, oh, she's busy, it's not going to be our main priority. You know, you're not aiding her by saying those comments. That to me is you know, it's a little.
I'm looking out for
little
LS
passive
Baby,
towards
actually.
her. You know?
No, it's not. Like, this is literally her words coming out of my mouth. LS Baby is her.
Well, if that's like, her words when she says that to me, then that's a conversation we can have. But until it comes from her, that's not something I'm going to worry about.
All right. So then where do I stand as an artist with MDM Records?
I mean, you're still an artist if you want it. Like, this all comes down from here now. It comes down to you. If you want to, because like, this is the thing. The reason why we wanted you to do this international thing is because that's where we felt like the avenue that you kill it the most and where you're like the most passionate and just really good for, and the amount of shit you've done for those places. So we thought, okay, let's get you to like triangulate that focus into that area. So we're happy if you do want to do that, for you to do that and kill it. Or if you wanted to just be an artist, you can just be an artist. Or if you wanted to do something else, we're here to talk about it. Put the glasses on to focus.
I feel like I have to let you know, like, the main thing with me doing the world tour and all that for the branches was just to help people get on the radio submissions. But the reason why it became easier to wake up in other cities than what I did here is because of, in my opinion, how massively underappreciated I had felt even at that time before the bimbos had left.
Some good back and forth RP. Yeah, no, Molly's really good at back and forth RP, man. Molly's really good at this.
To pay or offer any compensation, or just getting pretty much just like screamed at, shafted left and right, whatever, with him.
What is it you felt that like you wanted from Dwayne at the time?
Well, I mean, it's not just Dwayne, it's you too. Like, you were my COO under me, and I couldn't even get you to have a meetup conversation with me face to face. Right? So like,
so what was it? What was it you was looking for? You was looking for more face to face communication, financial,
or to just make me feel accepted in the place that like I bust my ass for all the time.
I think that like, I'll be real.
Do you guys, like, genuinely, do you guys want me here? I mean, you
that's why I
literally got back from LOA.
There's a reason why Dean fired you, and I came up with a job role, Molly.
Forces me to go to another city, Sparky. Who the fuck?
Think about it, though. Think about it.
Who the fuck comes to the city to be pushed out to another city?
No, I understand what you're saying.
There's not a single other business in this fucking city that would have the balls to give someone a job like that.
The role is not about you being in that city. The role is about you being able to be in this city, be involved in conversations about those cities. You can represent them. You don't have to be in those cities and not here. That's not what the role is. You're looking at it the wrong way. The role is that you can be the voice for those people. So when we're in meetings and we're discussing things, say there's certain points that we might not know because we don't visit those places that often, you can then bring up, oh, by the way, over here, these guys need this. We can sort this. That doesn't mean to say you haven't got an input on what goes on here. It's just you're able to represent them the same way that Bree is able to represent Green. It's you're a voice of those people. It's not that you are those people and you're there all the time. That's not at all what it is. Of course, we want to see you at the building, in the label, making music, part of the community, here all the time. We just want you to have a voice for them because they can't be here to say it themselves. But also, the way we've put it to you, if you don't want to do that job, you have every right to refuse it, and we can work together to come up with something that you do want to do. No one is forcing you into this role. If you don't want to do it, by all means,
Well,
tell
I'm not
us.
saying you guys are gonna force me. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that role at all whatsoever.
And in that case, that's fine because no one wants to make you feel uncomfortable. So if that's not something you want to do, that's perfectly fine. We will not make you do that. Find someone who is down to do
I
that
don't want
job,
that
and we'll
to
find
be my
something else.
brand here. You know, like
Yeah, no, fair enough.
even already talking about it, Sparky, people laugh at me. I go from being the CEO to getting laughed at. I'm one of the top fucking organic artists in the fucking city. Like, please suck my dick with that. Don't laugh
I
at my
get you,
shit.
but also like Dwayne has gone from a position of owning this label to being an artist as well. I get it. It's a hard step down, but
Do you think
sometimes
Dwayne
changes
is
happen.
happy?
No, of course. Look, this is not
Do
about
you think
Dwayne.
he's happy?
I
I mean,
speak to
you're
Dwayne all the
comparing my
time in the
sister.
city. Yes, I understand what Dwayne is going through. That is our family member. We understand. But this is what I'm saying, right? The step down is different for everyone. Roles change. Everyone's had to change. I get it, right? It's not nice. It's not necessarily easy to go from CEO to something else. We're trying to work with you. We're happy to work with you. Dean wanted to let you go. I did not want to let you go. I am here to try and work with you and keep you involved because that's what I want to do. So let's work something out. That's the best thing we can do. Otherwise, if I do just take hands off, it will be worst case scenario and it's out of my control.
See, but that's the thing. I'm tired of like only having security through Dwayne or only having security through you. Like, I have standing as an artist, as an individual, as a businesswoman, and I feel like you guys are just completely overseeing that.
See, I don't oversee that, and I appreciate that, and me and Dwayne especially always will reference the stuff you've done for the label and actively do for the label. The problem is certain people don't see the stuff you do because they're not around at the same times. They're not seeing the emails and stuff like that. It's difficult to bridge that gap, but this is why I don't like. This is why I want to offer you a role at the company, so you can, now that more people are putting eyes on the company
I
because
was
of
just
the
training a
rebrand,
person,
they will be able to see
Harlow.
what you are doing. Yes,
Yeah,
but you also
and
got to
now she's at a
understand.
higher role than me in the company.
But you was training
And I've been here
Harlow,
since
and
day
then
one.
I'm hearing that there's issues between that. You know, like you've trained Harlow. Don't get me wrong, you did a great job. But then ultimately, Harlow wanted to leave the label because of a problem that had arisen between the two of you.
Have you talked to me at all about that problem?
I have spoken
gotten
to multiple people.
my point of view?
I haven't had the chance to have a sit down with you. The only sit down I've had with you is when Dean wanted to fire you and this one. So if you want to talk about it, feel free to give me a rundown right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I came back, I did an audit. It was like the first thing I did. I hit her up and I was like, "Hey, let's go over this." And she started just like huffing and puffing, and I was like, "Hey, if it's a bad day, we don't have to do it. Like today I just got this done and I just want to go over." She's like, "No, I got it. I'll come here." And then like 3 different times, Sparky, I had to be like, "Yo, girl, like on a level note, like I'm trying to help you. Like, why are you being this way?" And then she just started like attacking me over something in the emails, and I was just finally like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and have you just like abuse me because you had a bad day. Like, I gave you multiple opportunities for us to talk about it at another day. Like, I don't have to sit here and try to like spoon feed your job for you. Like, I'm just trying to help you get this right and done because there's $300,000 pretty much missing here. This isn't just like little money, it's big money. And then when she started again, I told her I'm just not gonna fucking do it for her.
Yeah.
And then I tried to hit her out, kind of blew me off a little bit. So then I took my space from it. I asked her to get the audit done. She never hit me back up for it. She told everyone else she wanted to leave the company over it. And I was just like, what can I even say? I actually even texted you a little bit about that situation just because of the audit.
Yeah.
Like, there was really, like, and I, like, repeatedly, I told her, like, "Hey, like, come on, don't talk to me like that." And then, like, the craziest thing, and, like, her reasoning for why she was, in my opinion, being such a brat that day is just, like, really weird, like, she was mad that she got shot, but then told the people to just go shoot her, and then she was, like, just being mean to people over it. It was just like, like, stop.
Yeah.
Literally. It
Yeah.
was like no it was literally I did not deep it like that. Like, crazy enough, like, for once, like, I did not deep it like that, and it was just kinda mind-blowing that my first day back, I came back and I see that, and I was just trying to help her with that, and I got received in that way. And then the way that the story had been told to other people, because, like, you're not the only person who heard the story, and it came back to me, I was just sitting there like, "This is this is not how this went down." Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if I was sitting here mouthing off to you and you said, "Molly, like, don't talk to me like that" 4 times, and you straight up were like, "Molly, don't do it. Molly, don't do it. Here, we can talk another time." And I was, "Nah, let's talk." And I was just douching it out with you. You'd fucking have at it with me. You wouldn't let that shit, like, you'd snip
Mhm.
it.
Mhm. Yeah, no, this it's good to hear your side. So like, what you obviously know what I heard of it. I heard there was like a whole name calling thing. It was like Arlo felt like she fucked up or whatever. I then spoke to Dwayne about it. Dwayne kind of gave me his 2 cents on the situation because I think he was there, and
He was not
he
there.
later had a
That's the thing. He
conversation with
was not
Harlow.
there.
He wasn't. Okay, well he told me that he was there or he was around.
He was
Um,
not at all.
okay. Well,
The
yeah,
only
Dwayne was
person who
saying
was
to
there
me
was
that
actually Tony.
it was a
And
bit of
Tony
a
tried to de-escalate us like a couple times.
yeah. I also
Like,
spoke
cause
with
when I
him.
told her, like, "Hey, like, don't talk to me like that," he kind of was like, "Yeah, it's all cool. Why are you having a bad day?" And then he was
Tony
telling me
also
about the
said
shooting thing,
that
and
it
then it, like,
was,
all kind of went full circle.
you know
I'll
what
be
I mean?
honest with you, at the end of it, yeah, I was pissed at her, but I mean, I just told you to stop being a brat to me. Like, I, like, respectfully, like, 5 times, even offered for us to do it on another day. Like, how much more can I do to try to give you space if you need it, And I told her, like, if you need, like, a mental health day, girl, take it. Like, I was just, I just had
Even
some
saying that's
emergencies in my
crazy
family. Like,
though.
I had to dip for a little bit. That shit happens. Like, if you need to take some time, like, do it. Like, I heard when I came back, I heard all this crazy shit that happened, and all I wanted to do was, like, try to help repair it so this fucking label wasn't plunged into madness.
Yeah. No, I hear it from your perspective. I think the main thing, right, is like as CEO, I feel like it applies. It's almost like a retail job, right? Like the customer is never wrong, and obviously they're employees, they're not customers. But it's like in order to help, and if someone makes a mistake like that, even if they're acting like a brat, I understand the way you tried to handle it. It was like, let's just do it another day. You gave her options, but I guess maybe it's just sometimes you gotta just fucking swallow and be like
Well,
just
I mean, but
passive on
that's
it,
the
you know?
thing is I mean, but that's Sparky, like that when everybody knows, like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm the nicest person in the world. I'm very blunt, very straight to the point. If I think something, like, you're gonna know what I think. Like, I'm real in that point. And although people might disagree with it, at least you know exactly, like, what's on my mind, because I usually don't have the
I want to see
patience
anything but
to bullshit or anything like that. And I was
Molly,
sitting
man,
there with, like, as much
because
patience
Molly's holding it down,
as
man.
possible with that. And
Yeah,
even then, at the end of everything, I like, really, I
nothing
sat there
but
and I thought
love
about
for
it. Like,
Molly because
I
she
wasn't even
RPs
that
really
much of a
well,
dick.
man.
I just kind of asked her to do her job. And the thing is like, as a CEO, and as you will also learn, is that, like, you are the only person above her to tell her when
Bruh.
she is doing an incorrect job. You
Oh,
are
the
the only
sun's
person,
going
if you
down
follow her and
beautifully
you
right
do an
now.
audit, or if you are doing audits on the company and you realize that there is a mistake being done, you as the CEO will have to approach that. You have to approach those mistakes. Otherwise, they're going to continue to happen. And
Yeah, I guess our process is just
300,000,
different because
600,000,
the
7,
way that I'd want to approach it and the way that I'd approached it with Harlow is I've paired her up with someone who has more experience in the job so that she's got like support so those mistakes don't happen. So like with me, it's like more, I try and take a less, like, I've tried to avoid confrontation because the way people handle certain situations is different, right? She might have been having a bad day, she might have been moody or whatever, but like, everyone reacts to certain things differently. So I kind of just play the passive role. I feel like that's
we all
where I
do, but
stand on it.
I'm still sitting here watching this girl who I was just trying to train have a higher position in a company that I helped found, Sparky.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you
And
can't say that that's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
like,
that's the, yeah, but I
and
guess
Dwayne, and no offense, Dwayne might be cool with sitting there, but Dwayne has sat there the whole time, pretty much. Like, I'm not, it's not like he did event management. It's not like he did sales. It's not like he managed everybody. It's not like he did all that. So he's kind of doing the same thing he was. Whereas me, literally,
He
what I used to
started the
spend.
building that you're standing in, though. That's the difference, right? You got
Okay,
like
but there,
the word
yeah, he
the
started.
mandem came from that Don. He might have wronged me, but I'ma still stand by him where
Bro,
he does that. He
I'm gonna tell you
founded
right now. My record
everything.
label back home was MDMA Studios, where he was signed to me, and then we move here, and it's MDM Records, bro. So please, like, I understand, like, Dwayne, and I know how much he's done for this. I know how much he's passionate about it, but that passion, he's like, okay, there's not much that changes in his day to day over it. For me, where I used to wake up and like drink my coffee and work on this and do all that, like, it's a big void. You know what I mean? Like, I need work. I need something that's going to make me feel needed. If I do not feel needed or wanted here, I do not have responsibilities here outside of being an artist. I will not be satisfied here as a person.
So what is it you
If
want to do?
honestly, like, I don't know at this point where I fit in with this whole new structure, and I don't know if you're just this last string that's holding me from keeping my job here. Because Sparky, like, why would I do that to myself? I want to grow. I want to be better than where I'm at now. I'm like already fucking killing it. Liz, Noel, all them, like, they fucking suck it compared to me. I'm doing great. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm finally just seeing my own worth here. And I don't know. I wish you guys I wish more than just you. I don't want to say you guys isn't just you, but like, Holy is upper management actually saw that, you know? And I don't know. I don't know where I fit in all this. I don't. Genuinely, I'm so fucking lost. And I'll be honest with you. I can't even tell you like where my future is anymore. How lost I'm feeling. As
Mm.
I mentioned to you in the text message, you kind of like, the
Yeah,
shit
I
broke
read it.
my spirit. You know what
Yeah,
I
no,
mean?
I
This
hear you.
broke my
Look,
spirit.
the thing is we don't like. It's a difficult situation because, right? Look, I get it. I know your worth, and I know that what you did in the time here was sick. People have decided like that wasn't the role for you. I am still adamant and happy on providing you a role because I love your confidence. I love the drive you have with it. It's just finding what that is. And I'll be honest, I have more patience than pretty much anyone else that you'd have this conversation with. So like I am trying my hardest to try and get you in a place where you are still gonna have what you're asking for. I want you to, but you just need to take some time, think about what it is you want to do, and let me deal with it on the other end. Because, like I say, other people won't have the same patience.
Hey, well, what I'm experienced with is running a record label at this point. I have 4 months experience of that. What can you?
Unfortunately, the thing is, the three owners won't let that happen. That's just the facts on that one.
Did you want my job?
It's not like it's not really that's not really a
Like,
valid.
did you want it? Did you like gun for it?
Not
Is that like
no.
what you wanted?
That's kind of an odd question. Nah, that's just what I've
I mean,
inherited.
I'm
You know.
just asking you straight to your face, you know, because
If you think it's a
there's this
case of
awkwardness
I've
of like you
seen
just
your
coming in
job
and
and I
replacing
wanted to
me.
do your job like that, then I think you're thinking of it on a wrong level. I see
No,
this
no,
as like
no, no.
a
I'm
more
not saying that. I'm just asking
business
you how this happened.
level. I got the job because they trust my process and how I handle people and how I talk to
And
people.
you wanted to do this? Like, you
Yeah,
want
I want to help
this?
Dwayne. I want to be able to bring
Well, do you
Dwayne's
want
label to
this?
the point that he wanted to get it to. So yeah.
Okay, but what about for the artists? Like, do you want to actually work with these people? Do you want to actually learn their names? Do you want to? Are you like?
Oh my God.
I think you can do
Look,
it. Like, I have not listened. Every
there's
conversation.
many
Please let me
cards you
finish.
can
Please let
pull,
me.
but
No, no, no.
I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to say stuff like that. I came into this city and I was given the shine that was crazy, and I am now here to pay back that shine. I am only doing this because I care about the artists. Realistically, I'm now here every day listening to people's music, helping these people. I've set up a Wu-Chang Mandem Records collaborative album. I'm hopping on people's tracks, so I'm not going to even let you ask that question.
I am going to ask. Why weren't you doing that when you were a COO under me?
Because at
Why
that
weren't you
time I
helping
had
me
different
then?
priorities, but now it's not about you. It's not about helping you. It's about helping the label, everyone, the
Well, it
community.
would have been helping everyone. Okay, you can spin it like that, Sparky, but
It's
that's
everyone.
not at all.
Molly,
I'm asking.
I am trying so hard to keep you here, but the way you're handling this, it's very difficult for me to want to do so.
Why? Because I'm asking questions?
No, but
It
you
must be
don't
hard.
understand the way that
I
you're
want a full
posing these
explanation.
questions is like you're posing a question in a
Like, I
way
don't trust
that
you.
it's like,
I'm
are
posing the
you
question
going
like I
to
don't trust
learn
you.
these artists' names? If you think about that question and think about it from an emotion perspective, if I went to Dwayne and I said, oh, so are you going to learn these artists' names now? That's not a question. That's a passive-aggressive statement that you're trying to say to be like, oh, well, you don't even know your artist like that. I'm not stupid.
No,
I understand how you're asking these
hear me
questions.
out.
And
think
I
you
have
should
been
heard
hearing
me
you
out
out,
before
and
you
I'm
cut me
happy
off.
to continue to hear you out, but I will not stand for questions like that because
Okay,
they
well,
are irrational.
what I'm saying is it's not irrational. First of all, it's very comes from a place of mistrusting, which I have every right to not fully trust you.
Yeah, and
Like,
people
from
didn't
my
trust you, which
POV.
is why the job got
That's
switched. So I understand.
that's
It's fair. The trust
totally
is yeah,
fine.
that is
Yeah,
a
but
thing.
I'm allowed to have,
You
I'm allowed
are.
to speak my piece
Ask
here.
your questions, say your
This is
piece,
the only
but I won't
conversation
stand
I
for
get from
questions like
everybody,
that.
so I'm gonna. Okay, well, I believe that you could do it, but I don't want to put my career
I
in
am
your
so much
hands and
better
then
for
have you
her
get
than
bored
anyone
of it
else.
in a month
Dean would have shot
when
her.
there's a
Lana
game
would have
board.
shot
And
her.
that's something that
I'm
not
being nice to
myself,
her,
but
bro.
other artists are also concerned about. It is not just like a me thing and Molly being passive aggressive. It is a genuine concern because let me think of like who the high management was before I came back in June and where it's at now, and then will it end up like that again?
End up like what? Like
Dead.
lack of attention? No.
A hood fest and
No.
a fucking car show is like all this company did for 7 months. Then Burning MANDEM
No.
happened.
The thing is, it's not gonna go like that again because I'm not gonna let it go like that. There is multiple people who are not gonna let it go like that.
I just really wish at the end of the day it wasn't like, oh,
Yo, Miracle with the 3 months. Thank you, bro.
Molly couldn't make it work, we can make it work, or anything like that.
But that's
I really
not how
wish
it
it
is.
was like
That's
everyone.
not how
Well,
it
I
is
mean,
at all.
it's literally what you just said.
That's
didn't
not how
make
it is.
work.
No,
It's like,
I said that
literally
that
got
people
told my
didn't
face is
trust
not
you.
enough.
You said that you don't have the trust in me. I told you that people didn't have the trust in you, which was the case. Look, it's not a case of you couldn't make it work and that we can. That's not what it is at all. The fact is we was trying it a certain way for a certain amount of time and it wasn't working. So we've done a switch to naturally see if that can then help it. And if it does, then that's great for everyone, including yourself. Dwayne and everyone, we all just want what's best for the label. So if this switch works perfectly for the label and it benefits it, then we're all gonna look back and be like, oh, we're so glad we did this.
I don't know. I feel like all this started because Dwayne's dated a cop, and then slowly he got stripped away from everything.
No, this
he
started
cared
because
about
we
until
lost
he
the
gave away.
bimbos. This started because we lost Lucifer. This started because we
Okay,
had
but
internal problems
Did you
with
sit down and
Harlow.
ask the bimbos why they left?
Yes, I had an hour-long phone call with Naomi and we went through everything. When they left, I was the only one that wasn't beefing them from get-go. Of course I had that conversation. I had to do it with all of them. Lucifer, I sat down with Lucifer. I went and had a conversation with Harry Martinez to find out why these people feel this way, which is why I'm now bridging the gap and had a meeting with Harry and saying this Wu-Chang Mandem op shit is dumb and it's dead. We're all a community. If someone wants to go to another label, we all talk about it as a group because it's weird and I don't rate it. The whole thing is going to be different. There's no more animosity. The music community as a whole, Wu-Chang, Cream Pie, Mandem Records, Down Bad, we are all one and we're all gonna be all one because it's not beneficial to not be. Which is why I'm having those conversations.
Yeah, I really look forward to like bridging better ties with Wu-Chang.
Because I think
that'll
that
be good.
really is like
I think it's so
a good. Yeah, that's what like it's exciting, right? Because at the end of the day, all I want is for people as artists to be able to work together, have fun, make good music, and like make money in the city. That's all that matters. And by working with the guys at Wu-Chang, as much as like they've given us plenty of reason to be like, oh, they're the ops, like bridging that gap will benefit us more than it will be detrimental, for sure.
Listen, I have like no doubt that you're able to like do all of this, Sparky. To be honest, like I don't don't necessarily
Why'd someone say no, not November gonna be long in chat randomly, bro? What the fuck?
I don't know how to put this in a way that you're not gonna like take me all like fucking weird and deep it crazy, but like
No, no, you
really
could just
I
say it how
just
you
like
feel.
don't
I'll
see
understand.
like I just don't feel part of this. Like I didn't feel really necessarily part of it, like even when I was running it, because I just don't feel like I've ever been accepted by the high management here. And
By high
like that's
management, do you
something
mean
that
like the MANDEM more so? More so?
Mandem, Dwayne, Tommy, you, Lana, anyone who's like Mandem slash MDM Records relative.
I feel that.
And it's like, you know, like why would I do that to myself any further? Like why would I allow myself to get used any further? Why would I allow myself to get shit on any further? Why would I allow myself to pretty
Money.
much degrade everything I've built myself for a bunch of people who like couldn't give a fuck less what happens to me? Like, okay, you might and Dwayne might, right?
Dwayne
But like
definitely,
that's a
definitely
very
like has fought your corner on like if there's one
on
thing I want to
everything. And
make sure you're aware, like that
I
guy
know,
loves you, bro, and like
I know, and
he's got
I
your
love
back.
him too. I know. As like I will literally I would die for that guy. Like I in the 3 years that I've known him, longer I think than that, like I just you just and I love him for his flaws too, just like he loves me for mine. And when you get to know someone like that deeply, you just know every like fucked up cranny in their brain, you know?
What's she?
And I do know that he has been I mean that was like a big grief between us beforehand because when and I knew for a damn fact that when I no longer had standing as co-ownership, that I no longer had job security. I knew this day was coming. Like and that's sad to know that this was coming way before you guys ever even did, you know? And that just kind of like pushes me more to like, should I have ever come back to MDM Records? Because when I came back, I felt so guilty that I left in the first place because
Man, like Dean with the
nothing had
4 months.
changed in that 7 months
Dean, if you was
at
here, she
all.
would have been dead a
And
while
like,
ago. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie, my
things can be
boy.
tweaked and you can change like percentages and you can move things around, but like the whole foundation of like literally the business structure here, which is unlike any other, like this isn't at Wu Chang. The structure here is not at Wu Chang. It's different. It's unique. It's cool. You know, that's why I was pissed
You thought I was
when
feeling
Don
you?
had access to our shit and saw how it kind of worked. When the producers come over here from Wu Chang, they're like, "Damn, girl, you've done this the right way," you know. So like, after everything, Sparky, if I don't feel that, and like to know that like there's no willingness to pay me for what I've done for CEO, for laying down that found work, for trying my hardest, for like never like not even like an offer here and just kind of getting laughed about it and then being told like, oh, well, if you want you can do like Brazil and India. It actually just feels like, well, you're good enough to do the job everywhere else but here, so we just don't want you here, right? And that's just how it feels for me. Like I'm not saying, and I'm not sitting here saying that that's exactly how it is or that's how everyone thinks, but that's how I feel, right? That's how it seems like from my POV. And I don't have a large
POV.
voice like the Mandem, so my narrative gets
POV.
washed, and when you guys don't back my narrative, it just doesn't exist. And do I want to live in an existence where anything I've ever done just isn't accredited to me in any way, except for like maybe a one-on-one
Who
conversation
is it? Who
every
is it you're
4
looking for
months.
that like validation from? Because like I would say like the most of us have acknowledged what you do.
Sparky, I couldn't even get you to meet
Yo,
me face
Maximum
to
with the 4
face for
months.
like over a month.
But how many times
Like
have I crossed
it's like
paths with you?
you
Your
are.
time period and
How
my
many
time
times have I
period
texted
is
you or called
raps.
you? I only after my LOA didn't have the means for the good ticket. Prior to that though, I was here all the fucking time. Like I'm not blessed in that way, and I had brain surgery. You know what I'm saying? So that's just gonna have to hold off making investments other places. But before that, even when there wasn't, and I was in the city like 16 hours a day, like
Even though, yeah,
no
but those 16, this
communication.
is the thing, these 16 hours, like, you got to bear in mind, right? Only recently, I'll be honest, when I was in CEO, I wasn't working for this label. I've only started working for the label and properly doing shit since the change up. So I was doing other shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm
Like
gonna
you
be
see how that
transparent.
makes me like mad
So,
at you a little bit? As someone who's
Yeah,
done
maybe.
nothing for the company
Yeah, but you can say I've
in
done nothing,
months,
but at the
versus
end of
like
the
sitting
day,
here.
like how it is like
You
I've
just
done
said you
nothing, but
did
what I have
nothing.
done is like
I'm just
is
saying what
benefited
you
the label.
said.
Because realistically, we've had multiple situations where it was handled incorrectly by yourself, Don Dog, because of the way Dwayne handled it, the way that other people also handled it. I pretty much led that whole situation and secured it because the way that I conversated was fine for it. Same with the bimbos. I kept it cordial. I had a heart to heart with them. Lucifer, same thing. I got people wanting to ocean dump Lucifer and do mad shit and like fucking
Well, he
sue
was
him and
already
all this mad shit. You know what I'm
waterboarded.
saying?
He's
So
like
it's
the
like
most sensitive
it's one
artist
of
in the
them things,
label.
bro. It's like you can say that, but realistically, I'm putting my shit in the right direction. In the last 4 days, I've done a bunch, and you can ask the artists. You can ask the artists how they feel and how the energy is at the label right now. They'll tell you they're motivated and that they're excited for the future. So, fuck the past. The future looks bright. I don't give a fuck about what I've done before. It's about what I'm gonna do, and when the label is in the place that it deserves to be, which it will be soon. And if you want to be a part of that process, you can. I respect what you do. I want you to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of it, I want you to be a part of it. But if you feel like you're not being valued here, I don't want you to undervalue yourself. I want you to be treated the way you feel you should be treated. And if you don't feel like that's here, then that's fair for you to feel. And if you do feel that way, then I don't want you to put yourself through that, because I want you to be happy. I want you to be motivated. And I want you to do what you want to do. So if you want to do that here, let me know. If you don't, that's fine. And I want you to find the place where you do.
In some ways that was reassuring, and in some ways it's not. That was like a very mixed emotion, like reaction on my behalf there.
And that's fine. And it's like the whole situation is not
Because
an
again,
easy situation. So I
I'm
understand that.
telling you what I need is like to feel wanted here, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want
but
to go, like,
I'm
yeah.
also like, if you don't feel wanted here, there's only so much I can do.
Oh,
So if you don't feel
I
that
mean,
way, it's
are
like
you gonna do more than what
I
you did
can.
before? Are you gonna actually like include me in this shit? Are you gonna actually not like manager wise,
Well,
but are you gonna
to the
like
state of your
are you
job,
gonna
yeah. If you're
like
around, like if you're around at the label from an artist standpoint, then you're gonna be just as included as all the other artists. There's no like cutting out. It's the community thing. Is that's what it is. Like everyone here at the label now is just on the artist front. Is you come to the studio, we all come chill, we all come through. We've been listening to bare people's music recently. Starting up Freestyle Fridays from this Friday. Got some stuff coming in events wise. We're gonna do a carnival thing very soon. There's a bunch of stuff coming up, and it's all equal. You're gonna be involved if you want to be involved. But like I say, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't feel like you're welcome, there is only so much I can do, and I will do what I can. But
how
I
do
want
you
you to
think
feel happy.
Dwayne would react if I left? Genuinely,
I
like
don't
like
know.
aside from like a CEO and artist perspective at this point, like as two people who care about Dwayne, do you think that he would see it the same way as you if I walked out of the door today?
I don't know. I'm not doing.
Okay.
I'm unsure how he would feel about it.
I mean, that's the reason why I'm here at the end of the day, was for Dwayne
Yeah.
and to help him with this and do all of that.
And I want you to
So
do what's best for you. Like everyone else out of the picture, I want you to do what's gonna make you happiest, what's gonna put you in the best place
yeah, which
and
is
the
why I'm
best
asking if my label
mindset.
can take care of me.
Yes.
Right.
If that's
Is my label gonna
if the
promote me and
question
take
you
care
are
of me?
asking, if the
If I
question you're
said I
asking is are we
wanted
gonna look
so
after you as an artist, the answer to your question is yes.
so if I
As we
want
would for everyone else.
big fucking collabs, if I'm gonna just sell out and be here and be under MDM Records, and I want my big fucking collabs, and I'm not gonna get rejected for that shit.
And what
I
do you mean by
mean,
big collabs? Who are you looking to work with?
I want a song with everybody.
Hit 'em
All
up.
the people that have, like, I want Cap, I want you, I want Tommy, I want to collab with literally everybody I can get.
You got to hit them up, and if they want to do it, then they'll do it. You know, it's literally that simple, man. Like just hit them up, send them an idea, and if they want to work on it, then they're down. You know. I know Cap's been hard to reach. He hasn't been working on too much music as of recent, but literally, community vibes only now. If you want to do a song with someone, hit them up, say, yo, I've got this idea, would love for you to be on it, and I doubt you're ever going to get told. I don't want to do that. Although if you do aim for a Tommy T collab, give yourself about 4 months of working room.
4 months of working room, is that about
Yeah,
how long it takes for
you
him?
want to get that man in the studio, you're going to have to wait at least 6 months. But look, like, To answer that question as bluntly as possible, yes, we're gonna look after you, and like
I
regardless
don't
of
want to be an
anything that's
artist with
happened
no
in
light
the
shine on
past,
me. I'm not
it's
gonna get
like
skipped out on
love.
events. I'm not gonna get. I'm
No, you
sorry.
won't.
I'm not.
You won't.
I
But
know
like, there
my
was no
worth.
events for you to be skipped out on before. Like, it's
There was
hard
like
to
4 fucking
compare it when
events
we
in the
didn't
last
do
month and a
events. You know,
half. We
that's what
had
I'm
an
saying.
Zelda's beach event, my birthday event,
Yeah,
grand opening event.
yeah,
We had an event like every 2 weeks.
we did, but they were all shit. Realistically, your one what did
Well, I
well,
mean,
all the
if you
other
guys
ones were
show
whack.
up,
So like, moving
are
forward,
you guys gonna
let's
go to
discredit those
events and promote
events.
them?
Yes, we are.
Are you
Yes.
gonna like? I'm asking because I need to know this as an artist. Is this gonna be beneficial to me if I sit back and I sit here and I
Man, like
swallow my fucking
Julian, you know,
pride and
yo,
allow all
Vortex with a
this
tier
shit?
1. Thank you, bro.
Okay, am I gonna be taken care of? Or my number is gonna go up? Am I gonna do better in this position than what I was before?
Well, a lot of that comes down to you as well. I wouldn't rely on like we can offer you what we can offer you, but when it comes to like stuff about numbers and stuff like that, like you put in that grind,
Yeah,
then it
my
will work, you
events,
know?
my money, my those are my numbers. I'm not talking about no other
Yeah, that's what I'm
numbers, bro.
saying.
I'm
That's
talking
what I'm
about
saying. I'm talking
fucking.
about finances and people who turn up to shows and people who listen to your tapes and stuff. A lot of that does come down to you ultimately, and like we will support that as a label, but it does also come down to you.
I think you should really reconsider like a
Ian,
severance pay.
what a gifted to the Julian.
And I think before you get deep into this and tell yourself you want no pay
Yeah.
for this, you should definitely take something for yourself.
Got money?
Yeah, something.
I don't need or want money from this though. You know, it's just the radio is fine.
Well, you do I said you do ghetto shit. You do good rat shit. I don't. I make all my money off music. I've never really
So do
made much
I.
money off anything else.
I had 10K until the radio.
No, I mean like I drove an Emperor before the radio. And a Moonbeam. So,
I hear you. But that's the thing, like the radio is such a good thing because everyone can get their money. Look, servants pay, whatever, like on that, the label just can't really facilitate that.
As far as the branches go, they all have like someone instilled who is like technically like the leadership within each city, right? So
You're talking like internationally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the branches go. So like each branch technically has like their own, as we would put it, like a partner. And that partner is technically the owner of that branch. It's like a franchise. They own their franchise, right? So those are all actually like with their own independent structures. The one thing I don't know without my oversight how many would want to really continue what they're doing. But I've had a couple meetings out there and I'll just
shit, I need to eat.
Here. I ordered food.
Thank you. Well, she gave me the ends.
Have all the sides.
Give me the fucking ends of the sandwich, you know. God damn it.
I did specifically give you the ends on purpose, I will admit. But yeah, as far as that, like there's not, I'll be honest with you, like my biggest thing there was doing that so that I wouldn't have to be there as much as I accidentally like got myself involved in. But there's really talented people who deserve to be on the radio, and 100%. The people who were in those positions, like in those cities to help those people, were not. They were like locking everyone else out of it. So
yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, so I just I helped with that situation, and they all kind of run independently now.
Travel
like
to these places and meet them to feel a part of it. It'd be good. Yeah,
like,
I think that'd be a good thing to do for a stream.
The basic business structure of like how the music production goes.
Yeah. Well, like so in terms of like role, bringing it back to the like original conversation, like you being in contact with those people wouldn't necessarily have to be like the main job role, but is that something you still want to do, like moving forward, like be in contact with those guys, or would you rather do something completely aside from the international stuff?
I would like my role to not be anything. That is something that I would still do on my own, like if that makes sense, on my own time, on my own free will, but I will not stand for that being my official position.
Okay,
the
so
next person to make a Mrs. Worldwide comment to me is getting fucking shafted.
So what is the position you do want, title wise?
I honestly like every aspect of this company I can help in. I'm just really not settling for anything that's not like upper executive essentially at this point. all the artists that are at Wu Chang that I am larger than are full executives over there and have like a lot of gratitude towards what they do.
So like you'd want to be like an exec.
Of sorts, yeah. Like if I'm gonna do nothing, then I might as well have like a shiny title on it for what I have done. If I'm gonna receive nothing from it, for sure. If you need my help with anything,
Man
I've
said,
tried to be
"Shanna,
like, obviously I sent
you
you like
motherfuckers
the
are
whole
the
rundown as
worst."
much as like I can to like just send you document wise. I think there's
Mhm.
like a couple things I might have forgotten, but those are like the important things. I think the other things were just like temporary paperwork, or like backlog paperwork. But all of that is available. Like all that stuff that I sent you is like penned and available in the email.
Yeah, yeah, that stuff's all good.
But I have no.
Well then, yeah, leave it with me. Look, we'll have a think about it. You have a think about it as well, like what you would want to be doing, and we'll have another sit down when you're next around after I've spoke to people as well, and we'll work out what's good. We'll leave it at that for now, and then we'll move from there. So for now, you can keep doing everything you're doing, artist-wise, all of that, and we'll get something sorted.
Okay. I appreciate you taking the time to have this conversation with me. It
Oh, of course, always.
it definitely helps to feel heard because again, most of the time I don't.
And I
So
don't want
think
you to
was
feel
a
like
good
that.
thing.
Like I want to make it very clear to you. Like I do want you here. Like I really want you here. I do, as myself, speaking for myself, appreciate everything that you've done for the label and want you to feel that way. So like everything I'm trying to do is, even if it doesn't seem it, is with your like best interest. I want you to be happy, motivated, and like wanting to work for something, you know?
Yeah, well, I guess now I can at least join a gang,
You can.
so that'll be cool, I guess, but not really what I want. I think that like ultimately, I would love to continue to help the artists here. I've been trying my best to get them to like detach from my fucking tit and like start going towards you because I'm not gonna lie to you, even with the announcement of the changes and stuff, people are just like hounding me anytime they see me. So I would like, it'd be dope to get them used to talking to you.
Yeah, the changeover will be like slow, but once they're like used to that switch and know that they can hit me, like it should be alright. It's been happening like slowly the last few days. I think give it another week or two and then hopefully it should have transferred and then they'll stop.
All right. Well, I'll head out of here, but thank you for hearing me out on that. All right, man.
No problem.
All right. Ciao.
See you later, Molly.
What the? That's you?
Could you not have
Yeah,
pulled
it's
up like
me.
20
What, you
minutes
like that?
earlier? Because if he was just going to dip when you got here, that would have sped things up.
I'm a Nyash warrior.
Wait, why did she run out?
But to be fair, we was done, innit? We was done.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I
Already
woke
playing.
up, I got on the bike, and then Adam told me, "Hey, SK's been having a meeting for like the last hour." I was like, "Wait,
No,
wait,
I
who?"
don't want to hear a recycled sound that you.
And I was like, "All right, cool." Me and Moses drove around for a bit. Then they're like, "Yeah."
I don't know. man.
Damien told me, he's like, "Oh yeah, he's been in there with Molly for like an hour." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I mean, it's blessed. It's blessed. I
Yeah,
pretty much saw it.
bro. Listen, that's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, bro, I don't need to be down here all the time. Like,
Yeah,
SK's doing his thing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just here to fire people.
Yeah. No, I just let her say her piece in it. Told her what she essentially wanted to know what role she's gonna get. She doesn't want to do the international thing.
Okay, I'm coming,
I said we'll do our best to try and find her something to do rather than just completely getting her gone from the company. And then she asked for
Right.
severance, and I said that ain't happening. All right, you ain't getting money for.
Oh God,
CEO.
why was I not here for that?
She was like, well, I did unpaid CEO work, and I said I'm about to start doing unpaid CEO work. So there's no like P's
Severance.
there. There's
I will
no,
sever you from this company.
there's no, yeah, there ain't no paycheck there for that. So,
Yeah. All right. Well,
but
keep doing
all
your
is
thing, baby.
patterned for now.
Yep.